Hello students, myself Dr. Jnaneshwari Patil from K. Kivak Engineering College. Today we are going to see the topic instrumentation of UV spectroscopy. Now when we say the spectroscopy, it is the branch of science which deals with the study of interactions of electromagnetic radiations with matter. And in this electromagnetic radiations that will be present in electromagnetic spectrum, where all the types of electromagnetic radiations are being arranged in the order of their increasing wavelengths and decreasing frequency. Now, the topic which we are going to see here today, that is the UV visible spectroscopy, its instrumentation. Now, UV visible spectroscopy, it is the type of electromagnetic radiation, and the principle of this UV visible spectroscopy is that the UV and visible electromagnetic radiations are more energetic as compared to the IR and NMR radiations. Absorption of this UV visible radiations by the sample brings about the electronic excitations. Means what we can say here, that when electromagnetic radiations will interact with the matter, then it will remove the outer electrons present in the valence orbitals and thus carrying out its promotion in the higher orbitals, thus carrying out the electronic excitation or known as the electronic transition. And these electronic excitations are being accompanied by the vibrational and rotational changes that results in the relatively broad spectrum. The absorption spectrum, it is the graph of absorption, that is the amount of light absorbed versus the wavelength of light. And today we will see that how we can note the UV visible spectrum by using a spectrophotometer instrument. Now the instrument which we are generally using to measure the amount of electromagnetic radiations absorbed by the substance is called as the spectrophotometer. Now here we can see the block diagram of this UV visible spectrophotometer, that initially we are having one light source which will generate the specific electromagnetic radiations from UV and visible region. So UV region, it will be from 10 to 400 nanometer and visible it will be from 400 to 800 nanometer. But the instrument which we are using here, the spectrophotometer, that will be consist of the radiations from 200 nanometer to 800 nanometer, means composed of the UV as well as visible radiations. So according to that radiations, we can select here the source of light. Then that source of light, its radiations are being given to the monochromator. From monochromator, the light will be allowed to pass through this sample which is being filled in this cuvette, and then the transmitted light will be then falls on the detector walls, where we can detect the amount of light fall on the given type of detector walls, and then amplifier and readout device give us the intensity of the absorbed radiation. So a simple block diagram we can have for this UV visible spectroscopy: source of radiation, then monochromator, then sample cuvette, then light is allowed to fall on the detector, and then we will have this amplifier. We will see one by one each content. Now light source. Now the source of radiation which we are using here in this UV visible spectroscopy, its purpose or its function is to generate the beam of polychromatic radiations which can cover the desired range of our wavelengths of UV and visible region. Means it should cover from 200 nanometer to 800 nanometer, and then it will have the higher intensity. So for this we can use here the tungsten filament lamp and hydrogen deuterium lamp that are being most widely used, and that will be the suitable light sources as that are covering the whole UV region. Tungsten filament lamp is being most commonly used in for visible radiations, means where the wavelength will range from 400 to 800 nanometer, and if we have to use for it UV radiations, then we will have to use the quartz halogen lamp. Quartz halogen lamp, it will have the radiations from 200 to 400 nanometer. So basically the source of light source or source of radiation which we are using here, its function is to generate the polychromatic radiations of the desired wavelengths, or that should cover the whole UV region and visible region. Then the light which is coming from light source is allowed to fall on the monochromator. Now monochromator, polychromatic. Polychromatic means poly means many, chroma means color. So colors means nothing but the wavelengths available for the given type of the source of radiation. So every radiation, it will have the different wavelength, and this polychromatic light, it has to be converted to the monochromatic light. Means basic function of this monochromator is to convert a polychromatic radiations into a monochromatic radiations. Poly means many, chroma means color. From various wavelength we will select a single wavelength, and that will be done with the help of this monochromator. So radiation source that will provides the polychromatic light which will be allowed to pass through the monochromator through the entrance slit. Monochromator, then it will be dispersing the radiations according to the wavelength, and by moving the dispersing element or the exit slit, radiations of only particular wavelength leaves the monochromator through the exit slit. And to select this single wavelength or to convert this polychromatic radiations to the monochromatic radiations, quartz prism or gratings that will be generally used as a monochromators, or else we can use the colored filters that can also convert the polychromatic radiation into a monochromatic radiation. And then we can have our sample cell or sample holder or reference cell. So function of this sample cell or sample holder is to hold the sample or the reference solution. So they are constructed of the transparent material which does not absorb the radiations in UV or visible region. Means here we have to select such a type of a sample holder which should not absorb the radiations from UV and visible region. Otherwise we will not get the correct result. So here we can use the glass cuvette or quartz cuvette. So glass cuvette that will be used for visible region, and quartz cuvettes that will be used for the UV region. So if we are using a UV visible spectrophotometer, then here we are using the quartz cuvette which will not absorb any type of radiation from the UV and visible region. And then the light. Now when the light will fall on the sample cuvette, what will happen? Our sample cuvette is holding our sample. So when the light will pass through that sample, what will happen? That some of the light will be absorbed by the sample, and the remaining light that will be transmitted and will be then allowed to fall on the detector. So here the purpose of detector is to measure the transmitted light or to measure the intensity of transmitted light. So what we can see here, transmitted light from sample cuvette falls on the detector where it will convert into electric current. So basically what we can see here, the function of detector is to convert a light energy into the electrical energy. And here the output current of photodetector is directly proportional to the intensity of light falling on it. So light is following on the detector wall. Means we have to use such a sensor, such a detector which can easily convert this light energy to electrical energy. And for this we have to use a light sensing detectors. And for this we are using here the photomultiplier tube, phototubes or photovoltaic cells which are sensitive to the light. Then the signal which is being obtained from the detector is given to the amplifier. The signal received from detector that will be amplified by the amplifier, and then it is given to the recorder, where the recorder can record the output either in the form of graph or in the absorption values, or that will be in the form of the absorption spectra. Okay, so this is about our instrumentation of UV visible spectroscopy. Thank you.